once again. Sushant Singh Rajput died, and it's heartbreaking. The kind of response he's getting from everybody, from all walks of life, makes me believe that even though most of us didn't know him, but he felt like one of ours. And all of us have begun to understand and have the need for mental health to be addressed and discussed. And so I've decided to take a break from the parenting series for a bit, so I can share with you what I know of depression and how to recognize it and handle it, your own or of somebody you care about. People ask me, why did Sushant do what he presumably did when he had supposedly everything, charisma, success, money, fame, all achieved by him single handedly? We as a whole are ignorant about mental health, and for a lot of us, going to a therapist is a sign of craziness. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Mental health is not a figment of our imagination. Stop thinking about it and it'll go away. No, it doesn't happen like that. This is like telling a patient with cough to stop coughing and it'll go away. It doesn't work like that at all. We go to a physician when we have a physical ailment, a lawyer when we have a legal dispute, a CA to sort out our finances. So what's the big deal if we go to a counselor to get clarity of our thoughts and action? So what do you mean by depression? In simple words, it means when your sadness does not get converted into gladness for a period of 15-20 days at a stretch for no apparent reason, then there's more to it. Depression doesn't get built inside a person in a day. It may take months and years to manifest, and many small incidents, behaviors contribute to building up this time bomb. Psychologists have identified a few common factors that reappear in depressive people again and again. Lack of meaningful and positive social connections, a feeling of being misfit or a wrong piece of puzzle in their world, loss of interest or pleasure in doing activities that they had enjoyed doing earlier. Other symptoms may include changes in sleep, appetite, energy level, concentration, anxiety, etc. Do not ignore these symptoms. I'm underlining it. Do not ignore these symptoms. If your mood does not improve or gets worse, seek professional help as fast as you can. If you need medication, don't hesitate to take them. Now some tips to help our loved ones. I'll ask you a few questions before that. Is talking just before someone takes the final dreaded step the correct approach? Aren't we approaching this problem from the wrong end? Why let a person or yourself reach the detonation point in the final place? So what do? Offer help before expecting them to reach out to you. If you're a strong positive person, spot the shades of melancholy or sadness. Meet these friends of yours or text them regularly. Give attention to them. Listen to what they might have to say. Encourage them to use social media less. Social media is full of comparison. Someone feeling superior and someone feeling inferior. Not good for anybody. Not even good for people who are in the best of health. Now, if it's a child or an adolescent, teach them life skills. The problem we face as adults has nothing to do with the heights of mountains, depth of oceans, or atlas of the world, etc. Life skills like handling rejection, adaptability, self-worth, when children are taught resilience and self-worth at a young age, it will be the greatest lesson for them to take through life. We are all programmed for success, but we are not trained at handling failures, and so we need training for handling failures. 6. Be kind, be compassionate without conditions, in every season, without a reason. And how many people have you helped without knowing them or expecting something in return? Ask these questions to yourself and give fair answers. Now some tips for our young parents which will also help them to combat depression, especially if they see signs of it in their children. Now there are 4 types of intelligence: according to psychologists. They are IQ, intelligent quotient, EQ, emotional quotient, SQ, social quotient, and GQ, very important, is what I call the grit quotient. Now, I'm sure a lot of you who are watching this video of mine would be wondering, why do you think, or why am I talking of all this, especially when I started with depression? I'll tell you why. If we can work on EQ, emotional quotient, and SQ, social quotient, and GQ, grit quotient, at a young age with our children, chances are that depression may never come knocking at their door. We all know what IQ is, so I'm not going to talk about it. EQ is the measure of your ability to maintain peace with others, keep in time, be responsible, be considerate, be honest. SQ is the measure of your ability to build a network of friends and maintain it over a long period of time. Your EQ represents your character. Your SQ represents your charisma. And more importantly than ever, the fourth quotient, the GQ, that is the grit quotient. For me, it's extremely important, especially in these trying times. GQ is a measure of your ability to go through a rough patch in life and come out of it without losing your mind. GQ represents who will give up in the face of adversity and who will not. So to young parents, expose your child to other areas of life rather than just academics alone. They should adore manual work, sports, art. They shouldn't be afraid of failure. They should be encouraged on how to convert stumbling blocks into stepping stones. They should learn to understand emotions. They should understand kindness and compassion as virtues. They should become multifaceted humans. Practicing all this with our children, mind you, at a young age, early age, will kickstart their life. Also telling them that all lofty dreams may not turn into reality, and that's okay. That's absolutely okay to accept it. Now, please be aware that mental health does not only confine to depression. There's more to it. For that, some other day. But in a gist today, let's have more conversations around mental health. Let it not be a taboo, and let us look out actively for people who might need a helping hand, and then stretch your hand towards them. These are trying times, lonely times, and we all need to do our bit. Thank you.